The morning lake is calm, but not completely peaceful. Gentle ripples of anxiety still linger, weaving through the mind even before the sunlight touches the skin. The mind awakens hidden fears, invisible pressures, and leftover thoughts from yesterday. We wake up in a new body, yet still carry the old mood, sometimes even heavier than the night before. Some mornings, an unanswered message, a harsh comment, or an unresolved memory is enough to pull the spirit down the moment we open our eyes. We step into a new day while the mind has not yet left the shadows of the past. Yet, with just a few minutes dedicated to yourself immediately upon waking, you can begin a subtle but powerful shift. This gentle promise does not promise magic, but an opportunity for the mind to settle, the breath to deepen and become steady, and for peace to be felt in the very first moments of the day. Imagine sitting by the edge of the lake, watching the smooth surface reflect the early light. If just a few gentle words spoken to yourself right now could calm the mind and open a new energy for the entire day, would you be willing to try? A brief moment each morning can be the doorway that leads you back to yourself, to the place where peace always exists, waiting to be discovered. Lesson 1. I welcome this new day with gratitude. As the first light of morning filters through the window, an elderly man carefully sweeps the courtyard in front of his house. His hands are trembling but steady, each gentle stroke of the broom clearing away the dry leaves left from the night before. Sunlight falls on the roof and onto the dew-covered ground, creating small, shimmering streaks that seem to dance. The man watches the light fall on the tiles and smiles simply, needing nothing perfect to feel joy. Even though life is not complete, even though pain still lingers in the heart, he dedicates the first few minutes of the day to being grateful for what he has. Gratitude is the doorway that brings the mind back to the present. It does not require you to have everything as you wish, nor to be perfect or achieve great accomplishments. A simple breakfast with its warm flavors, a body still capable of movement, the quiet before the city awakens, all are small but precious gifts. When you pause and recognize the value in each small thing, the mind begins to shift direction. The energy of the new day is no longer pulled by worries or troubles, but becomes light and full of potential. Each morning is an opportunity to plant positive seeds. The thoughts, emotions, and reminders you give yourself at this moment are the seeds that will grow into the fruits of the entire day. If you start the day with gratitude, you are planting seeds of peace, happiness, and mindfulness. When gratitude fills the heart, even difficulties and challenges become gentler. A ray of sunlight on your hair or a passing breeze can become a reminder that you are alive, breathing, and have the chance to experience every moment. Imagine opening your eyes, taking a deep breath, and whispering to yourself gentle words. I am grateful for this new day. I am grateful that my body is healthy enough to move, that my mind is clear enough to feel, that each breath I take is a gift. These simple words are not only reminders, but also a way for the mind to direct positive energy. Each thought of gratitude is a steady step on the path of mindfulness, preparing you to receive everything that comes with an open heart and peaceful mind. When the seeds of gratitude are planted at the moment of dawn, the entire day begins from a place of stability and calm. You will realize that happiness does not come from grand or perfect things, but from the ability to pause, feel, and appreciate what exists right now. From this very moment, you begin to create positive energy to enter the day with clarity of mind, an open heart, and a deep sense of serenity. Lesson 2. I flow with impermanence. When you watch the last leaf detach from a branch in the early morning, you realize that it does not resist the wind, nor does it cling to its old place. The leaf falls naturally, moving in rhythm with the flow of the universe. Similarly, everything in life operates according to the law of impermanence. Nothing stands still. Nothing belongs to us forever. Emotions, relationships, successes, and failures all come and go, like ripples on the surface of a lake, changing with every passing moment. We often feel tense, anxious, or sad because we try to hold on to what is inherently moving. Deadlines that go unmet make the heart race. Friends who change leave a void, and emotions rise and fall like waves, tempting us to cling to things that are no longer here. But impermanence is not an enemy that comes to take away. It is a miracle that renews the soul, like rain washing over dry soil, making it ready to receive new seeds. Awareness of impermanence is the way to free oneself from the invisible chains of worry. When you understand that everything changes, there is no longer a need to cling to outcomes or to things beyond your control. Each moment unfolds as a new opportunity, and every change brings its own lesson. Instead of fearing, you learn to flow with life, gently and gracefully, welcoming what comes and letting go of what passes as an essential part of existence. Imagine sitting by a flowing stream, hearing the water move without pause, feeling that everything is in constant motion, and you too drift naturally with the current. Whenever anxiety or tension arises, all you need to do is take a deep breath and whisper to yourself that everything is changing, and I'm growing along with these changes. In just a few breaths, your mind becomes lighter, worries dissolve, and space opens for calm and clarity. Impermanence does not only take away, it also gives us the chance to grow and to see the true value in each moment. It reminds us that nothing lasts forever, and it is precisely this constant change that makes life vibrant and worth cherishing. When you learn to accept impermanence, you no longer fear loss, failure, or incompleteness. You move forward with confidence and serenity, your heart flexible, ready to embrace what comes and release what is past. Ask yourself once again, if everything changes every minute, what is left to fear? The answer is found in the present breath, in the mind willing to let go, and in the heart ready to drift with the flow of life without resistance. Understanding this, you will recognize that the lightness and freedom brought by impermanence are the most precious gifts for the soul. Lesson 3. I nurture compassion for myself and others. A young person sits alone in a room, silent tears falling because of feelings of disappointment in themselves. Life is not always smooth, and each of us carries hidden battles that few ever see. Often, it is easy to give love to others while forgetting to care for oneself. Sometimes words or self-critical actions become a heavy burden, causing the heart to close, and peace feels like a luxury beyond reach. Compassion begins with oneself. Simply taking a small moment to place your hand on your chest, breathe deeply, and silently say to yourself that I am here, I love myself, allows you to recognize the healing power inherent in each breath. Compassion is not just an emotion, it is a cool stream flowing over the dry soil of the heart, soothing old wounds and creating space for positive energy to enter. Every time you quietly remind yourself of these words, you are planting seeds of patience, forgiveness, and self-acceptance. Everyday situations provide opportunities to practice compassion. Being misunderstood by a colleague or friend can make you angry, but instead of judging or reacting hastily, try to look deeper and realize that everyone is fighting their own hidden pain. Family members who become angry or frustrated sometimes only reflect fear or inner hurt. When you acknowledge your own weaknesses without judgment, your heart opens, and you begin to see the suffering of others more clearly. Judgments dissolve, making space for understanding and kindness. Imagine that every kind action toward yourself is a drop of cool water washing away the dust in your mind. Discomfort or pain softens, giving way to the flow of compassion. Empathy not only brings relief to others, but also helps you recover and stand stronger in the face of life's challenges. Compassion is not weakness. It is an inner strength, a source of energy that helps you weather emotional storms and live in peace. By practicing compassion each day, you will notice subtle changes in the way you see the world. In every moment of difficulty, breathe deeply and silently say, I love myself, and I wish others to be at peace as well. A compassionate mind spreads gently, softening tension, and step by step, you cultivate an open and warm heart. As the heart heals, all connections with others become purer and more sincere. Living with compassion is living with the deep awareness that everyone deserves happiness. And by planting the seeds of compassion within yourself, you contribute to making the world around you gentler and more peaceful. Lesson 4. I choose wisdom in every step. A young student complained to their meditation teacher about the difficulties in life. Instead of giving a long lecture, the teacher simply smiled and said, "Look more closely." This simple yet profound answer reminds us that wisdom does not come from knowing a lot or gathering information, but from the ability to see through the essence of things and understand the reasons behind every phenomenon. When we understand the true nature of things, we no longer react based on fleeting emotions, but begin to act with clarity and awareness. In modern life, it is easy to get swept up in comparisons on social media, measuring ourselves against others in terms of success, appearance, or seemingly minor details. These comparisons often trigger impulsive reactions, regret, or disappointment, causing us to lose balance. Instead of being controlled by emotions, wisdom helps us recognize that true value lies in what nurtures long-term growth, not temporary feelings. Every decision is a seed planted in the soil of cause and effect, and understanding the relationship between action and consequence guides us in the right direction. Wisdom in every step is also cultivated through observation and reflection. Before saying or doing anything, pause for a moment and ask yourself, does this action nurture myself and those around me, or does it only cause harm and suffering? When the answer becomes clear in your mind, you act not on reflex but with conscious awareness. This is the path of living intentionally, where you are not swept away by external fluctuations but maintain stability and awareness within. Imagine walking along a forest trail, each step placed carefully and mindfully. Every decision you make is a step, and wisdom is the guiding light, helping you avoid hidden pitfalls and traps. Without wisdom, steps easily fall into ignorance and regret. But when nurtured, wisdom allows you to walk with confidence, peace, and the ability to learn from each experience. Small daily actions, such as choosing words carefully, managing emotions, and considering the feelings of others, are ways to practice wisdom. When you recognize cause and effect in every action, you begin to live intentionally, not letting your mind be carried away by anger, fear, or fleeting attraction. Each step becomes a testament to growth, allowing you to maintain inner peace while creating a positive influence on the world around you. By choosing wisdom in every step, you not only live intentionally but also open the opportunity to develop clarity, compassion, and lasting peace. Every decision becomes a seed for tomorrow, and your path becomes clearer, steadier, and filled with healing energy for yourself and everyone around you. Lesson 5. Peace lives within me. A person sits by a forest stream, the water rushing endlessly, yet the large rocks remain firmly in place amidst the flow. This image reflects the mind, reminding us that peace does not depend on external circumstances but comes from stability within. Even when life brings storms, pressure, or inevitable uncertainties, the mind can maintain balance if it knows how to pause and observe, not being swept away by the waves outside. Many people lose their peace because of praise, criticism, or comparisons to the ideal self they have created. When the mind is carried away by these things, every emotion from others can disturb and destabilize the inner self. Practicing the awareness that the self is an illusion, a combination of thoughts, emotions, and habits, helps you no longer be bound by external judgments. When this is understood, you realize that no one can take your peace away unless you give it yourself. Peace does not mean avoiding reality or ignoring feelings. On the contrary, it is the ability to accept every state of mind, to observe without being controlled by it. Whenever emotions arise, instead of chasing or suppressing them, take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and tell yourself that I am here. I am at peace. Observe thoughts as clouds floating across the sky, without clinging to them or chasing them, allowing the mind to relax and become clear. The image of flowing water and steadfast rocks reminds us that no matter what challenges or difficulties arise, peace exists within each person. Living with this awareness, the words, actions, or attitudes of others no longer shake you. You create a firm center within yourself and radiate positive energy to those around you. Inner peace becomes the foundation for living freely, mindfully, and with love. Each day, take a few minutes to connect with the peace within. Breathe deeply, notice each heartbeat, and feel the stability that exists even as the world around you constantly changes. Understanding that no one can take your peace away unless you give it allows you to live with autonomy, not swept up by judgments, criticism, or unnecessary stress. With a steady mind, a clear heart, life becomes lighter even in the most chaotic moments. Peace is the gift you give yourself every day. When you realize that all happiness and serenity begin from within, you will notice the world around you becoming calm, comfortable, and filled with love. There is no need to seek it elsewhere, for peace always lives within you, ready to guide you to walk steadily through every circumstance. When we take a few minutes in the morning to listen to ourselves, the 5 reminders of the new day act like 5 breaths illuminating the mind, guiding us into a day full of positive energy and awareness. Gratitude brings us back to the present, helping us recognize the value in simple things that are often overlooked in daily life. Awareness of impermanence allows us to move gently through changes without fear when everything around us feels unstable. Compassion opens the heart, healing old wounds and spreading loving energy to others. Wisdom guides each step, ensuring that every decision is made with clarity rather than rushed reaction. Peace forms the foundation for standing firm amid the storms of life, where the mind is not swayed by praise, criticism, or external turbulence. Try taking a minute each morning to remind yourself of these pillars. Take a deep breath, exhale, and feel positive energy filling your body and mind. In just a few short moments, you will notice your mind becoming lighter, more balanced, and filled with clarity to step into the new day. You can share in the comments which reminder you begin your morning with. Not only maintaining awareness for yourself, but also inspiring others. Join the journey of morning healing with the channel, learning to live fully, love yourself, and find peace in every moment. Each day is a new opportunity to return to yourself and plant seeds of positive energy for the mind and heart.